Hi, this is Gene from Listening in Radio. Good morning. I got a pretty good night's sleep last night after things had calmed down after the severe storms here in central Iowa. I've had a few hours to process what's going on and doing a check through the news and through social media. And I posted a video yesterday about some inconsistencies with the situation, particularly in ham radio, because that's what I talk here. I talk about emergency radio, ham radio, AM radio, citizens band, shortwave. So my first video was about the inconsistencies in the program, but I just want to mention that really looking through social media, I will say that a lot of other people on social media had picked up on what I had observed through the situation yesterday, especially where the early warning systems, the sirens, played into the weather situation that happened, and people had a lot of stories spreading across the spectrum of the emergency, and they included things like we didn't hear the sirens, or we heard the sirens constantly and didn't know what to do. We didn't have a lot of information. I think they were getting a lot of information through their cell phones, which is certainly good, but I think the end message of this, recapping what happened, was that a lot of, I think, smart and astute people had said, you need to be self-sufficient. And this is what I've talked about on this channel consistently, is about being self-sufficient and monitoring things, maintaining a radio, an AM radio, a CB. I have a CB in my vehicle. It also has national weather capability, so I can hear national weather and monitor what's going on around me. I had mentioned that there were spotters, like on the radio yesterday. There was one spotter up north of me who had some equipment on hand, and he was monitoring wind speeds. And wind speeds to the north of us, and I believe here too, did actually get up to 70 miles an hour, which may have explained in hindsight why we did hear the sirens, but there was just no coordination on the ground. Whether that matters or not, at this point, I'm unsure, a little confused about some things, but I think the confusion ends at self-sufficiency. And I've done things like build my own battery packs with a solar panel. And I used those to charge my phones last night. So I didn't have, all the power was out for, thinking about maybe 8 hours. So it wasn't long. We weren't without power for long, and the electric company was on top of that. Thank you very much, Mid-American. I really appreciate that. But I was still able to maintain some communications through cell phones to get news that way as well without power, because I had built my own battery pack to charge phones with. So I think the end result of this is self-sufficiency, situational awareness, being on the ground, watching what's going on with the weather and making some of your own decisions, and certainly being in touch with family the best way you can. My own son was out on the road working, and I was able to get in touch with him. In fact, his work had pulled him back. He does deliveries. They pulled him back and said, get back home. It's dangerous right now. So there was communications there. So I think in hindsight, I think it all worked out, but it boils down to just exactly what I always talk about here. I talk about being self-sufficient in communications. So that's an important piece of it. So the cell phones played an important piece in it. And of course, with the first video, I wasn't casting aspersions on anybody, though if I offended anybody, I want to apologize for that, because I'm here to be honest with my viewers, to instruct them and give them ideas on how they can keep their families safe and how they can keep themselves safe in certain situations, though I would certainly defer to the government giving you advice on how to take cover from a tornado. And of course, again, it goes back to self-sufficiency and how you protect yourself in certain situations. So that's all I have to say at this point. I'm sorry, by the way, that apparently there's a high death toll in Greenfield. I feel very bad about that. Like I said, I've spent some time up there, and my heart is broken that this happened. I have an acquaintance up there, and I hope that she is okay. I haven't found out yet, so just a lot to think about. But I'm going to let you go. Have a great day.